yaro ana
This my dog. So ba ke hotel lo. Now one get a walk in the hotel. So I said, I didn't walk in the hotel. China minute I zero. I hate to try this your phone go to a meeting in Connecticut non phone. Are you listening?
We are not okay.
yes.
Đang thế này, đang nhận phạt. Đấy, nó đang nào.
Rồi em vừa cam một.
Cái chân nó đang lo đến bên tầm cơ.
Không có mất kìa.
Không có một phút vừa đeo không.
Ủa rồi không?
Thì đi bên nhau.
Em sẽ đi con cái bề su.
Thế nào?
Hello, everyone. Hello, MTN. Thank you, Google. Thank you, Meta. Thank you, everybody, for being patiently waiting for the MTN.
So daga nan na ɗan rike maka gobara kamar yadda aka kai ka.
Ha wallahi dole kai mana abu wannan mutum 500 ba. Mutum 200 za su ɗauka. A'a. Ban san ba amma ne. Kawai da in kai ne zaka zama a host ɗin kai ne zaka zama kai ne na farko inda sunanka don ka gane abu. Na gani.
Cutting board. Board.
Gashi kuma to gai a mutu ne ai.
Kawai network ne, amma ana jiya.
Kwamfuta ne sake zo.
Wani lokacin yana yi. Amma ga nan kai, kawai network ne fa.
You say Oga. When did they enroll?
Good morning, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. We deeply apologize for the delay in starting today's program. In a few minutes, we shall commence, but we really apologize. Please bear with us while we rectify some home front affairs. Thank you very much. We'll be with you shortly.
I particularly like the fact that I was able to communicate with the trainees, the attendants. It was a live session, so I was able to hear them clearly and also take questions from them. It was very interactive. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, as regards the verification, for now, I'm not in a business of role.
Okay, so I would advise that you wait until you have it. In the session today, the participants were able to learn how to leverage social media for their online business. They were also able to learn Google My Business, how to list and optimize their Google My Business listing. They were also able to learn how to, advertise on ads, create a Google ad. They were able to set up their accounts. Everybody was able to set up their accounts using links provided to them, and they were all onboarded on the Google My Business platform and the Google Ad platform. What's your question, please?
Okay, so now if I'm starting a Google My Business account, do I list everything I do in just one account?
All right, okay. Thank you, John. That was a brilliant question. When it comes to the impact that ICT has in the Nigerian economy, the first thing that we have to realize is that the world has gone digital. And so all of the things that we used to do traditionally are no longer done that way. Everybody is online. Almost everybody has a phone. And so by virtue of that, they're able to access digital tools and experiences and products and offerings, that ICT has to offer, or the digital technology has to offer. And so more business owners are now online. They're able to sell their products online, and that is why it is important that they have the accessibilities and the affordabilities of the online platform, of the digital websites, of paid media, and all of these things that help their businesses grow.
Today, we actually taught them about the Microsoft PowerPoint. Now, this is actually an application that helps people to present slides, to make presentations when you go for seminars and so on and so forth. And that was the one that was done for today. The previous days in the week, we taught them about Microsoft Excel and Microsoft Teams. What is Microsoft PowerPoint? Okay, and we've gone over what Microsoft PowerPoint is. According to our slide, it says that it's a presentation program which is used to facilitate visual demonstrations for personal and professional purposes. We also, taught them about Excel. Excel is an application that helps you with anything that has to do with spreadsheets, and data analysis, creating and analyzing data and all of that. ICT is actually very impactful in our Nigerian sector today. Now, information and communication technology has actually given way to a new sphere in so many sectors, in the banking and finance, in the real estate, and so on and so forth. Emmanuel Oko, you're asking if the template you created will actually be together with the other templates. Now, wherever you save your templates on your computer system, whatever file you save, that's where you actually find your templates. This was the knowledge we had to impart to these persons, especially persons who do not have access to these things. So we had to make them understand the importance of these things and give them the technical know-how of how to go about these things so that it can make their daily transactions easy. Very, very much innovative because it has given a form of exposure to different sectors of persons. There were a lot of students that were available there, both the old, the young, and the likes. MTN actually created an avenue for all of them to come together and benefit through this program. So it has been really wonderful. Kudos to MTN.
Your Excellencies, members of the legislature and executive, directors and executive of MTN Nigeria PLC and MTN Foundation, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I bid you good morning and welcome to our event for today. I'm coming to you from the city of Lagos, and I must say it is a bright and sunny day where I am, and just seeing your faces fills me up with joy. Can we do some geopolitical zone shout outs? Just wave your hand if you're coming to me from the north. If you are in the north right now, let me see your hands up. I can see some screens up here. So if you're coming to me from the north, fantastic. If you're coming to me from the east, if you're joining up from the east, let me see your hands up. Just wave at me. Fantastic. And if you are from the west, if you are in the west, can I see your hands up? Just wave at me really quickly. All right, I see some hands in the air. And if you are coming to us from the south or the southwest, southeast, let me see your hands up. Somebody just wave at me really quickly. Fantastic. Thank you so much. The big question on our minds always is, what are we doing today? Now, before I introduce myself, allow me to officially welcome you to the virtual closing ceremony of the 5th phase of the MTN Foundation ICT and Business Skills Training Program, an initiative of MTN Foundation aimed at capacity building for young people between the ages of 18 to 35 in the area of information and communication technology. We have a lot of dignitaries joining us today, and we're really excited to welcome and also celebrate the brilliant minds that participated in this phase of the ICT and Business Skills Training Program. My name is Abiodun Laro, referenced by many as B Diesel, and it excites me to be your host for today. Let's jump into the affair of things. Now, I'd like us all to pay homage to our homeland, Nigeria, by way of an anthem that unites us all. So please join me as we take the national anthem. Thank you very much. With such a big year on the horizon, it always fills my heart with joy whenever I hear the national anthem. We have an amazing lineup for you today, and once again, I would really like to apologize for the delay in commencing today's event. On behalf of everybody here, I ask that you please bear with us. So right now, it is full steam ahead. Like I said, we have an amazing lineup for you today. You will learn a great deal about what MTN Foundation has been up to over the past couple of months. Our dignitaries present will also be sharing some reflections and goodwill messages with us. We also have our partners in the house who will be sharing some insights with us as well. They are system. Trust me, it promises to be an amazing event. So once again, welcome to you all. Welcome to everybody from the north, from the east, from the south, and the west. As I mentioned earlier, we have some distinguished guests joining us today for our event. Observe due protocol. So please join in communications. Senator Oluremi on communications, Mr. Kolawa. Thank you so much for joining us. We also have the Director General, National Office for Technology Acquisition and Promotion, represented by the Director, Technology Transfer Registration, Dr. Ephraim Okeji. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. We also have the Honorable Minister of Labor and Employment in person in the game. May be represented by the senior Mrs. Tilda Mbwema, Sub-Saharan Africa, Microsoft. Of Public Policy for Anglophone West Africa, Meta, Adora Ikenze. We also have Government Affairs and Public Policy Manager, Google Nigeria, in person of Don Dimowo. Thank you so much to all of our partners for joining us today. And also we have the Director, MTN Foundation, in person of Mr. Dennis Okoro. We also have the Executive Secretary, MTN Foundation, in person of Oduayo Sonia. Can I see hands across the screen? Just giving a round of applause to all of our guests in the house today. I can see you all. Thank you all so very much. Now it is time for us to set the scene for the rest of today's event. This will be one of those events where we shall pen down in the history books because we are ushering in a new cohort of talent into the ecosystem. And as these bright young stars start to begin their path for doing things for the good, we shall look back and marvel at how we all gathered here today to celebrate this momentous occasion. To give an overview of the program so far, please welcome the Executive Secretary, MTN Foundation, in person of Oduayo Sonia. A round of applause for her as she comes on stage. I can see hands on screen, everybody. Hello, Oduayo.
Thank you, Biodun. It's always a pleasure to see you. Good morning, everyone. And let me also echo the apology that has been given by Biodun. We apologize for starting late, but here we are. I think, like they say, it's better late than never. I'll start with the protocols. I want to do my own protocols. I don't want to stand on existing protocols. The chairman, Senate Committee on Communications, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, National Assembly and Clerk, the clerk of the Senate Committee of the National Assembly on Communications, Mr. Kolawole Kayode, the Honorable Minister of Labor and Employment, Dr. Chris Ngige, ably represented by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Job Creation, Mrs. Tilda Megwa, the Director General, the National Office for Technology Acquisition and Promotion, NOTA, represented by the Director of Technology Transfer Registration, Dr. Ephraim Okejibi. Our ecosystem partners, our able Director of the MTN Foundation, Mr. Dennis Okoro, executives of MTN Nigeria and the MTN Foundation, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and our distinguished cohort of the ICT and business skills. It gives great pleasure to welcome us all to this epic event, which is the closing ceremony of ICT and business skills training. The project, came about in 2018, and the purpose was wanted to contribute to the advancement
Good morning, everybody. I'm happy to see the
So how does that?
I think at the point that people were talking, they had to mute everybody.
My sincere apologies. Can anyone hear me, please? Just make an impression. Am I?
Yes.
Okay, I learned at a point, you know, I was cut off and you couldn't hear me again. So I'm not going to go back and repeat the entire speech, but like I said, I was sharing the story of one of a member of the cohort of 2018, who his name is Hassan. He's in northern Nigeria, and he took part in this training back then in 2018. And he's been able to use the training. Today, he has his own distributorship. He's an employer of labor. He has about 15 people working, you know, for him and with him. He sells about 10 to 15,000, you know, items of beverage every week. And he's moved on with his life. And so the charge this morning to every member of this cohort, 2022 cohort, I guess you guys are special, I would say. And so I would say the charge is that we make use of the knowledge that we have gained. You might think that today you just have a corner shop, you're selling what to you is not much. But you know, by the time you use the skills to scale your business, then people begin to look for you, and then you can also employ other people, and you're creating value, you know, contributing to national and economic development. The masterclasses this year have been of great interest to me. We had NoTap sharing with us, you know, how we could register businesses and what they could do for us. And we also had, you know, various parts of MTN come to tell us about how we can use technology, affordable technology, to move our businesses, you know, forward. And also we were introduced to fintech, and I think it's exciting where we live in exciting times now, because fintech is going to change a lot of things, and you're going to be active participants, you know, in that ecosystem. To round up, I would like to thank our partners. Our partners have been extremely wonderful, you know, yielding their whole curriculum and joining us in this journey to contribute to to a strong Nigeria and to change the narrative of our nation. Thank you so much. The fact that we are in the fifth phase of this initiative is testament to the commitment and steadfastness of our partners. I say a big well done to our participants for staying the course. It's a bit difficult when you're learning online and you're having to work at the same time. But thank you, well done to our participants for staying the course and coming this far. It is our hope that you will make the best use of all the learning and insights received. It's been said that entrepreneurs are more doers than dreamers. So keep doing and keep going. Here's wishing you future success. And just before I leave, I'd like you to hang on, because by the end of today, we'll be announcing the top 200 participants who will be going home with some little grant from MTN Foundation. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much, Odoayo. I couldn't have thought of a better charge for us to start today's event. And it's always a pleasure hearing you speak about MTN Foundation and the amazing work that we have. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please, can I see a round of applause for Odoayo? I can see faces on the screen, so please, a round of applause from where you are. I know we're all muted, so thank you all very, very much. Now, our next lineup of activities will feature some goodwill messages from our distinguished guests. And the first on that list is the Chairman, Senate Committee on Communications, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, represented by the Clerk, Senate Committee on Communications, Mr. Kolawole Kayode. Sir, we welcome you to now unmute and present to us your goodwill message. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, and good morning to you all. Let me also recognize the Honorable Minister of Labor and Employment, ably represented, the Director General NOTAP, ably represented, key government stakeholders, MTN ecosystem partners, and the distinguished guests, as I deliver the goodwill message of distinguished Senator Dr. Oluremi Tinubu, OON, who is also the Chairman, Senate Committee on Communications. I am delighted to be a part of this virtual closing ceremony of the MTN ICT and Business Skills Training Initiative organized by the MTN Nigeria Foundation, MTNF, particularly because I wholly identify with its aim, which is to build the capacity of youth in ICT and enhance their entrepreneurial skills. According to the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, Nigeria has over 37.07 million micro, small and medium-scale enterprises, MSMEs, accounting for more than 84% of total jobs in the country. Statistics also indicate that these MSMEs account for about 48.5% of Nigeria's gross domestic product, GDP, and about 7.27% of goods and services exported out of the country. We must therefore focus on putting knowledge and resources in the hands of this group of persons, empowering them to function optimally and participate in the global economy. However, the responsibility of ensuring that the next generation of Nigerians is equipped with the necessary skills and resources is one that we all, government, corporate organizations, and well-meaning individuals must get involved in. In the Lagos Central Senatorial District, which I represent, to ensure skills and vocational empowerment as an economic tool to equip as many people in our district, reduce unemployment rates, and increase production output, we initiated the Work Experience Program, which provided work placements while paying stipends to 245 youth, with the aim of teaching employability skills and office ethics. In addition, between June 2019 to date, to cater to our young entrepreneurs and intending entrepreneurs, we have embarked on large-scale training, providing ICT training to more than 200 constituents, other vocational skills training to over 550 constituents, and grants to 950. I must therefore commend MTN Nigeria and a commitment to corporate social responsibility through MTN Foundation's myriad of empowerment activities. This initiative is indeed laudable, especially as it not only teaches the requisite skills, it also provides grants to the top 200 entrepreneurs who participated in the training. To the beneficiaries of this initiative, I congratulate you and urge you to make the most of the information and knowledge that you have received in this training, as it no doubt set you on the track of progress and be useful to you in business, in your career, and whatever future endeavor you venture into. And to the recipients of the grant, I commend you for having stood out amongst your peers. Please bear in mind that the grant is a seed fund to be invested in your business. Ensure that you invest appropriately so that it can yield returns. Please rest assured that this Senate remains committed to providing the necessary legislative backing and support to ensure that Nigerian businesses thrive and our youth fulfill their God-given potentials. Once again, I congratulate you all. Thank you for your kind attention. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kolawole Kayode, the Clerk, Senate Committee on Communication, representing Senator Oluremi Tinubu, Chairman, Senate Committee on Communications. As you heard, ladies and gentlemen, MTN is committed to empowering young people across the country. And what you're leaving here with today is the tools that you need to ignite a future that has been so rightly deserving of you and the work that you have put in. Our next address is going to be from the Director of Technology Transfer Registration, National Office of Technology Acquisition and Promotion, NOTAP, in person of Dr. Ephraim Okeriji, who is here today with us on the call.
Okay, good morning, everyone. And I welcome everybody to this closing ceremony. I want to congratulate the participants who have attended this program and also who have learned relevant skills that they will be able to utilize going forward in all that they are doing. The skills that I have learned, even if one does not immediately know the skills he or she has learned, definitely as time progresses, you will be able to realize that you actually learned very important skills that you can use going forward in any business you are doing, not necessarily ICT. So cherish what you have got. Again, it is a process. Development is a process. Whatever you have learned, you apply it in whatever you are doing. You will need to also consult more, liaise with people, build relationships as you try to grow any business where you find yourself in. We at NOTAP, we encourage small businesses to nurture and grow. We offer a lot of help to businesses, not necessarily financial help, but we give advice, we link people to various government agencies that can assist them to grow their business and develop their enterprise. Development is not an end event, it's a process. And as time progresses, you build on the past successes and failures. Even a failure, there are significant lessons to be learned from there. So whatever that you have learned, cherish it and know that in future it will be beneficial to, even if not immediately. We also thank MTN, who has organized this as part of the assistance, corporate social responsibility in developing our nation. While we encourage them to also do more, we also thank them for what they have done, and also thank the participants for participating and putting all their mind in it. So all the other ecosystem partners, we also appreciate your efforts in one way or the other to make this a success, and continue to also appeal to MTN that as years come by, that they will increase their sponsorship in other aspects of development of businesses, and also get more people involved in the process. So we thank MTN, we thank participants, we thank government agencies and other relevant stakeholders who have participated in this exercise, and hope that very soon significant progress will be noticed in our nation in its march towards development, so that within a very short time, foreseeable future, most of the challenges we are facing today will be resolved, especially with respect to getting our youth engaged in productive enterprises and then developing businesses which they can now grow and also bring other people on board to be part of it, so that together we can push our country towards development. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much. That was the Director Technology Transfer Administration, National Office for Technology Acquisition and Promotion. Thank you so much, sir. And thank you for the shout out to MTN and MTN Foundation. Rest assured that MTN Foundation is not relenting in its efforts to continue to advance the cause of better young people in Nigeria. We're going to close out our goodwill messages with our last speaker, who is the Honorable Minister of Labor and Employment, Dr. Chris Ngige, ably represented by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Job Creation, Mrs. Tilda Megwa. Thank you very much, Ma. If you're on the call, we now invite you to unmute and deliver your address. A call for Mrs. Tilda Megwa, the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Job Creation. Quick mic check. All right, I apologize to everyone. I think we do not have her with us at this time, but the moment she joins us on the call, we will make space for her to deliver her goodwill message. If you are just joining us, you are welcome to the virtual closing ceremony of the 5th phase of the MTN Foundation ICT and Business Skills Training Program, an initiative of MTN Foundation. Now, we have just concluded a short round of goodwill messages from our distinguished guests, from our esteemed guests, which were preceded by a welcome address from the Executive Secretary, MTN Foundation, in person of Odunayo Sonia. And I must say that those addresses have really enriched our event today. We're now going to do a quick photo op session. So if you are on the call with us today, please just turn on your video, as long as you're not in a compromising position, and let's do a quick group photo, everybody. I think the media team is on standby. So put your game faces on, and we're just going to do a quick screenshot of photos across the Zoom call today. I do want to join me here so we can have the photo taking. Media team, please give us a thumbs up once we're done so that we can continue with our program for today. So everybody, you're now invited to turn on your video. Let's take a quick photo. All right, I want to believe that we have it. Media team, can we get a quick thumbs up if we've got the shot? I think we're good. All right, thank you very much, everybody. Right, so once again, you're welcome to the MTN Foundation ICT and Business Skills Training Program closing ceremony for our 2022 edition. Now, an initiative such as this could not have been completed without input from some of the forerunners in the ICT industry. For the fifth phase of the program, MTN Foundation partnered with tech giants Google, Microsoft, and Meta, formerly known as Facebook. Now, in a short while, we will be hearing from representatives of our partners, but just before that, we'd like to showcase our alumni, referenced earlier in Oduayo's speech, to share a story with us on the impact that MTN Foundation ICT and Business Skills Training has had on him. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Haruna Nura, a participant of the ICT training phase 2 from Kano State. I believe we have a video for Haruna that we're going to showcase. Fantastic.
In 2018, we had our MTN ICT business training here in Bristol Palace, and I earned a certificate. They taught us how to register for Google Digital Skills, a platform that enables you to learn something about YouTube, social media, how you can leverage on Facebook, WhatsApp, and other platforms. Also, they taught us how to enroll on IBM. We use that platform again to earn many badges like financial services, cloud computing, artificial intelligence. There are so many courses on that particular platform. The platform is like a self-paced platform that allows you to learn by yourself, bit by bit. So they direct you on how you can use what you are learning in a practical aspect. I can say there are so many YouTube channels there available that you can search to see how you can create a business profile. Apart from that, even Python, a programming language. Immediately I earned that certificate, then I started practicing what I have learned. I was working with my boss as a manager. So after this training, I was able to create a business profile that enables me to make some updates about our product. I applied for a distributorship. The company I applied, they said, did I have a website? I told them yes. I provided my business profile address. They looked into it and now say that, okay, we will accept you, which is very difficult. This product is not from here. We used to buy it from Lagos State and Ogun State on transit. It has to take many days before it arrives. And the goods are highly demanded here in the northern part of Nigeria. So before our goods arrive, you see the remaining goods will be finished. In a month, we used to sell 2 trucks of goods, at least 10,000 quantities. My advice is practice what you learn. Some institutions are not looking into your university certificate now. They are looking into certificates like this Google Digital Skills, IBM badges, and so forth. Actually, what helped me is that after learning, I don't have the idea of just abandon what I've learned. I just decided to put in practice, even if I'm working under someone. That's what helped me, sincerely speaking. This training has helped a lot. It has helped me, and you can see it in reality. There is no word that can express my gratitude towards MTN Foundation. Now I am the CEO of myself. The business is owned by me, run by me. Everything is now under my own control. Without MTN Foundation, I can say I cannot become who I am right now.
All right. It is our hope that in years, and in fact, in months to come and a few years from now, we shall have even greater success stories than that of Haruna. Once again, a big shout out to Haruna. Thank you so much for taking time out to make that fantastic video with us. We're now going to get some comments from our partners. First on that list is the Government Affairs and Public Policy Manager for Nigeria, in person of Don Demowo. Don, if you're here, you're now invited to unmute and share your address with us.
Thank you very much. A very warm good afternoon to everybody, and also huge congratulations and well done to the participants or graduates in this program. Since 2018, Google has partnered with the MTN Foundation to contribute to the training of over 3,000 young people across 10 states in Nigeria. These trainings were conducted via in-person sessions up until 2020 when the global COVID pandemic hit and we had to take the sessions virtual. I want to also say, a really big thank you to MTN as a partner, the MTN Foundation as a partner, because partnerships like these are a core part of our strategy at Google to contribute to accelerate the digital transformation of Africa. And it is important to us to work with like-minded organizations to help individuals gain the kind of skills they need to build their careers and to grow their businesses. At Google, we currently have a number of other initiatives through which we are working towards achieving our goals in this area, in the African region. One of them is Google Digital Skills for Africa, which is essentially a self-paced online learning model consisting of courses and webinars, which are designed to help people expand their careers, grow their businesses, and just gain the skills that are required really to be able to work effectively in this new digital world. We also have Google Career Certificates, which is again similar online training model, flexible online learning model, but these are really professional level training programs designed to fast track participants to high growth fields like data analytics, IT support, user-centered design, project management, and digital marketing. For the businesses specifically, we also have the Google Hustle Academy, and that is essentially a year-long series of 5-day intensive online boot camps for businesses, which we started earlier this year, and is really focused on helping these businesses to scale, especially by learning how to pitch successfully for investments. Finally, but not the least, in this list, we also have Google for Startups, which is essentially an initiative for investing in African startups to drive economic growth and recovery. And we currently have the Black Founders Fund, which was also just launched for this year a few days ago. It's a $3 million fund for really Black-led growth stage startups on the continent. So more information about these different initiatives is available online. I encourage you to also find out more and see which more of these initiatives you can take advantage of as you continue on your journey to grow your career, to grow your business, and just really drive economic growth in our country and our continent. So thank you again very much, MTN Foundation. Thank you to all participants.
Thanks so much for partnering with us, and I'm sure that our participants can testify to the experience that they have gotten through your partnership in the MTN Foundation. Our next speaker is going to be the Philanthropies Lead, Sub-Saharan Africa at Microsoft, in person of Winnie Karani. Winnie, we now invite you to unmute and deliver your Goodwill message or address with us today. Winnie, are you on the call? All right, while we wait for Winnie, I think I would like to take some time to engage with some of our participants on the call today. So I'm just going to do a quick look at my screen and see somebody who I think would have a quiet background who can join us today. I'm looking at Chioma Izijioha. Chioma, how are you today? I think her network just got disconnected. Let me see, who can I see that is active? Abubakar Umaru, are you there? I can see you. You can unmute and engage with me if you can hear me, Abubakar.
Hello.
Hi, how are you doing today?
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you very much. How are you?
I'm doing fine. First of all, I would like to thank the MTN Foundation and the people who delivering this program. I would also like to commend the facilitators from the beginning of this program right to the end. They have done an amazing job. I would also like to thank the MTN Foundation for what they are doing in order to ensure that they brought youth into the system and to ensure that they have been equipped with the digital knowledge. Because nowadays we are into business, but the business is traditional business. But with this, I think we can move on to online business and see what we can do so that the customer can easily get access to our businesses and we can sell it and get more cost. And with that, we also get knowledge that we can be able to work even under somebody or different organizations and so on. So with that, I would like to thank the MTN Nigeria for making this training to be possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Abubakar. That was absolutely well spoken from you. Thank you so much. And God bless. I would now like to invite our next partner to give an address in person of the head of public policy for Anglophone West Africa, Meta, in person of Adora Ikenze. Good afternoon, Adora. Or it's still morning, actually. Good morning, Adora.
Hello, good morning. I hope you can hear me.
Loud and clear. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Very quickly, I know we're running out of time. Let me stand on existing protocols. And but first of all, to congratulate the MTN Foundation and MTN corporate entity for this incredibly impactful and necessary support to the entrepreneurship ecosystem in Nigeria. It is an honor for Meta to be partnering with you on this, and we look forward to many more of such events. As everybody knows, we have had a recent name change from Facebook to Meta, but our mission very much remains the same, which is primarily to give people the power to build community and bring the world together. One of the ways that we try and implement this in Africa is to actively support communities across the continent, particularly young people, startups, SMBs, developers, creatives, and NGOs. We have learned through listening and learning constantly from our communities that it is essential for people to be provided with the tools and the opportunities to build better lives for themselves, to support their communities, and to actively improve the lot of Africa. We work across the continent. We have trainings and events with our program implementing partners such as MTN to specifically help these individuals and businesses to meet these personal, professional, and business objectives. Yeah. Our goal is primarily to drive positive impact, positive social and economic impact across Africa through training communities and to assisting the next generation of leaders to better understand and utilize the power of digital tools for this economic growth. We know that small businesses are the backbone of the economy in Nigeria. We know that millions of people use our meta technologies, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, every day to connect with their friends, their families, their communities, and also to support causes that matter to them the most. So we try at Meta, we work very hard to implement these economic impact programs to help small and medium scale enterprises to meet these economic goals while contributing to employment, skills development, and entrepreneurship. We really believe that supporting SMB businesses, entrepreneurs, and startups will contribute to the local economy. We see this happening all the time on our platforms. And that's why we created the Meta Boost to support these businesses through digital marketing skills, and for women specifically, the She Means Business program. We've seen that these programs have become even more critical in the wake of the pandemic, which really drastically affected small businesses. We released a small business report last year in conjunction with the World Bank and the OECD, which surveyed about over 30,000 small businesses across 50 countries. And we found that COVID-19 had really impacted small businesses, where a significant number of them had closed and may never open again. At Meta, we really are in the business of small businesses. Like I said, over 200 million businesses use Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, or WhatsApp every month to reach their customers, to sell, and to grow. We see them as the heartbeat of our community. And we have worked very hard since the early days of the pandemic, and we continue to, even after the pandemic, to take steps to help them to weather this storm. We are absolutely delighted to have partnered with the MTN Foundation to deliver these series of Meta Boost trainings. These trainings were targeted at equipping small business owners with the skills to start new businesses or to scale existing ones. We will continue to support these businesses through our interventions. And as I said again, to reiterate again, we look forward to a continued partnership with the MTN Foundation. Thank you very much, everybody, and enjoy the rest of the event.
Thank you very much, Adora. Thank you so much for that wonderful address. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the head of public policy for Anglophone West Africa at Meta, sharing a lot about what Meta is doing to support Nigeria and the continent at large. Thank you so much for your partnership with us. All right, before we move into our next video showcase, I would like to invite another participant on the call to share a few thoughts about her experience on the call, and I'm just going to put her on the spotlight right now. I can see Abigail Obaro. Are you there? I think you might have a quiet background, so I would invite you to share a quick comment with us on your experience and any message you have for MTN Foundation. Abigail, are you there? You have to unmute so we can hear you.
Okay. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, MTN Foundation, and thank you to all the partners of MTN Foundation. This has really been a great opportunity for me to learn and how to upgrade my business skills. And I really thank you. And I hope to, immediately after this training, explore all the things that I've learned throughout all this training. Thank you very much, MTN Foundation, and to the partners. Thank you, everybody. And my fellow participants, thank you too.
Thank you so much, Abigail. That was fantastic. Now, as I have alluded to, this is the 5th phase of the MTN Foundation's training initiative for the ICT and business skills. And to give us some insight into how doing changes lives, please let's take a short video from a participant in the 4th phase of our training program held in 2020, Rejoice Iwejoe.
My parents need to be in when I'm in that my parents wanted me to be a nurse. When I went for the nursing school, it did not favor me. So due to the high price and they cannot be able to carry it. So I got admission to FUTO and it was agric economics. My parents didn't like the idea of being an agriculturalist. That is what I want to study. Second year IT was in school and we have poultry farm. We had piggery and fishery in school. I started developing this idea because my mom says a provision store, and which every year she used to borrow money to maintain the provision store because there is no much gain on it. I started the poultry business because I have passion for it and I wondered what I can do. I really experienced mortality. The other one worked for me. I didn't have any mortality at all. And I made sales and even cover up the one that died. At first we had 50, so that's 200, 200, which is 2 packs. Now you can have up to 7, 8 packs, which is up to 300, 400 bags. For the employees of the business, you have up to 3 people. Then coupled with my parents and siblings, which helps. For the 3 employees, they have division of labors. Some people pack dust because they need to change their dust. So we need to get their feed from the distributors. Then we need to sweep their house, then get some medications for them, and also make sure that they have a ventilated place. The environment is not stuffy, because if it's stuffy, they cannot be able to stay on it. They might die. So we have people that also check on them to know if they are feeding well. So that's what they do. As part of the ICT training I received, I've been able to know how to manage the farm by using some social media to make sales, talk to my customers, and also receive sales. Knows their problem, knows the challenges they have, and also how we can be able to improve on the farm's livestock. So once we post on our social media, we'll get customers, they'll chat us, then we'll give them reply, tell them the location. Either they come to see the farm or we show them the best. So if they like, they come for more. And some like that, they'll keep on telling other farmers or other distributors, they'll come for it. Now that I'm using social media for my sales, it makes me to make more sales, get more customers, not carrying the business to the market again to sell one by one. So I sell in bulk now.
All right. That was Rejoice sharing her story of the impact that she has amassed through the MTN Foundation ICT and Business Skills Training Program. Now, once again, we'd like to give a huge shout out to all of our training partners and thank them deeply for their commitment to helping us make this a success. Now that we have heard from some of our participants from the training program, I'd like to share something exciting, something that Oduayo alluded to while she gave her speech earlier today. Of the 3,000 participants who registered for the training program this year, we want to showcase 200 participants selected from the program this year to receive something special that was added to the program. But just before that, I would want to share the criteria for selecting these 200 participants in the program. To select the 200 participants, who we are calling the selected 200, we reviewed the cumulative scores from all assessments attempted by each participant in the program. Now, with that said, the very special addition to the program this year is an added empowerment in the form of a grant that will be provided to the 200 participants shortlisted using the criteria I just itemized. Now, this is very important to us because empowerment comes after capacity building, because it's not just enough for you to train people and give them knowledge. The empowerment needs to follow through, and that is something that we have committed to this year. It's really exciting to know that the selected 200 will be receiving the MTN Foundation ICT and Business Training Equipment Grant to keep them doing as they take on tomorrow. So with that said, permit me to showcase the 200 participants of the fifth phase of our program. So media team, over to you. Congratulations to everybody who, first of all, was a part of the 5th phase of our training of the MTN Foundation ICT Business and Business Skills Training. I'm looking at Adora right now. Sorry, do you mind? I'm looking at somebody in front of me right now, and she's really excited. Congratulations. I know you saw your name there. A big congratulations to all 200 people whose name was just showcased in that short video that we had. You're going to be contacted soon. I know if you didn't see your name there, just fingers crossed, because you might be contacted because your name would have been showcased. So everybody who was part of that list, the top 200, congratulations to you. I hope that this is a greater charge to everybody who intends to join the program next time to always complete assessment and do your best when you're part of a program like this. We're now nearing the close of our event for today, and I really hope that you have all had a good time. We witnessed a new cohort of change makers ushered into the ecosystem today, and it is clear that they are on to do great things. We will now take a congratulatory message to the outgoing cohort, which will be delivered by our director, MTN Foundation, in person of Mr. Dennis Okoro. Mr. Dennis, thank you so much for joining us today. We now invite you to unmute and share your congratulatory message with our cohort for today.
Hello, do you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir.
Well, my job is very, very simple. I've listened in the last 2 hours carefully to what the trainers said, our eco partners, our invitees from government agencies and the Senate, and our executive secretary. What we are doing today, I see it in a different light. First of all, I must congratulate well over 3,000 youths from the states of Jigawa, Kogi, Lagos, Cross River, Adamawa, and Anambra, who patiently for many weeks online, patient enough to go through the program. I congratulate all of you. I congratulate and thank especially the member representing the Senate Committee on Communications, Labor, a director from the Technology Development Agency. However, I would like to give a takeaway pack, which are thoughts for food as you leave this Zoom and virtual meeting. You know, we will appreciate what MTN have been doing if I remind you the situation we have in places where our youths are developed, the education system. Do you know that for the last 200 years, our education has been based on discipline-based courses, which predominantly provides our youth and children with content knowledge, with minimal skills development. And some of this knowledge, although we are certified giving various certificates from bachelor's degree to PhD. They worked at the time the nation is developing. They can sit in offices and draft letters and memos and draft speeches for their governors. But today, what is not being realized is that the digital economy we found ourselves in the 21st century demands another thing with artificial intelligence, robotics, even our iPhones and the educational system, I'm afraid to say, has remained static. This can now make you understand why MTN Foundation has seen this gap and tries to fill it by this ICT skills training. But that is not enough. It is not enough that our children in school today, it doesn't matter what certificates they come out with, the trends of the workplace will demand another type of certificate from them. It's no longer what degree, first class, second class you have. The questions I've stood in interviews is, yes, I know you've done computer science, you have a first class, but what can you do? What can you do? And this is where the child breaks down. So my challenges for those of us that are here is that we should look at what MTN Foundation is doing, has been doing, this is the 5th edition, holistically. What we are doing is just a drop in the ocean. 150,000 applied, we selected 3,000. What happens to the 120,000? So whether you are in the Ministry of Labor, whether you are a Senate Committee on Communications, whether you are a director in technological development, your job goes beyond that ministry. We need to meet our youths. If you accept my dictum, our youths are our future. If you agree with that dictum, then what stops Ministry of Labor thinking through with his colleague in Ministry of Education, same as technology development, thinking through his community in education, and the Senate Committee on Communications, thinking through the community on education, and really propose and carry out a national dialogue with a proposed title, I said it, our youth, our future. What is the way forward? We need to catch our children, go to them where they are, and they're all in schools, primary, nursery, secondary, senior secondary, colleges of education, and universities. We need to change the system. We need to transform the system. We need to collaborate with all the system partners and what MTN Foundation is doing to make sure we create a brighter future for our children. They can live and thrive without dependency on employers. You see what Haruna has done. You see how that little girl in poetry has done. Nigeria has a great future, and that future is embedded in all our youth. I thank you, all of you who are here. I may not have made sense in my speech, but I've challenged all of you. It's not only coming to praise the youths. The youths are our future, and we should create the environment where they can live and thrive in future with whatever skills we leave them with. Thank you very much. Safe journey when you get to various places. Thanks.
Can I see hands across the screen as we give Mr. Dennis a round of applause? Can I see hands across the screens as we deliver a round of applause for him? I know we're all muted, but yes, thank you very much, sir. I don't know that, there's another charge for which we could have ushered this outgoing cohort on such an amazing note. So thank you very much once again. I would like to encourage all of our participants in the 5th edition of this program to keep the hope alive. I'm seeing some comments in the comment section. First of all, I'd like to say that the list of all awardees for the grants will be published in the Telegram group. So please keep an eye out for that. You'll see the list in the Telegram group once again. And to people who are questioning if their names were spelled correctly or not, I'd say hold on for the list to be published in the Telegram group. And to everybody, I mean, I see some people also questioning how this was done, but like I addressed in the criteria for which we brought this to life, the cumulative scores in the assessments attempted by every participant were put together, and that is how we emerged with the list of top 200. But hey, don't let yourself down. You've gotten training, you've gotten skills, and you have something going on for yourself. And like somebody ably mentioned in the comment section, you are now an ambassador of MTN Foundation. So we are passing the torch to you. Carry the lights on, impact the community around you, and with or without the grant, you are touching lives just the way that your life has been touched as well. I'd like us to do another quick photo op. So for the top 200, if you did see your name, and remember your name will still be published in the Telegram group, but please everybody turn on your cameras. Let's do a quick photo session. Let's do a quick photo session for the top 200. If you did see your name in the list that we display, please turn on your camera. Let's all have a thumbs up or something cool. You know, these Gen Z people are taking over, so let's look cool. Do a peace sign, do a thumbs up sign, do a high five or something. Please turn on your camera and let's do a quick photo up. Just gonna pretend like I saw my name there right now, so I'm gonna do a quick double thumbs up. So hey, we're posing right now. Everybody, come on, join me. Turn on your camera and let's give some thumbs up or high fives or something super cool. I see some people doing the peace sign. I see some people doing something very swaggy. So please turn on your camera and let's do a quick photo up. All right, here is my pose. All right, join me, people. Let's do this. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, I see my guy Joshua. I see Godwin. I see Ndukwe. I see Abiodun Christian. I see a bunch of people on my screen. Thank you all so much for joining us in that quick photo session. If our partners are still on the call, please also turn on your camera. Let's do a quick photo up with you as well. If our partners are still on the call, our key stakeholders, our members of the executive and legislature, if you're still with us, please turn on your camera and let us do some quick photos with everybody. It's photo up time, people. Let's go for it. Fantastic. I also see some questions in the chat box right here. Every participant will receive your certificate. So please just keep an eye out for that. Your certificate will be delivered to you via mail, and we shall be communicating to you shortly. So please be on standby. More information will be passed out in the Telegram group. So please just be on standby. You shall be receiving all of that very soon. We would now like to take the closing remarks for this session today. And joining me to do that, I'd like to invite the Senior Manager, Commercial Legal, MTN Nigeria, Mr. Felix. Mr. Felix Ologboyo. Mr. Felix, you'd have to unmute and join us, please.
Okay, so good afternoon now. Good afternoon, everyone. So I assume you can hear me.
I must apologize, Mr. Felix. We are unable to hear you. So let's just hold on a little bit for you to address that quick network issue. So please just check your connection. We'll invite you back shortly. In the meantime, we'd like to take Mr. Magnus from Microsoft, who will be speaking with us. While we hold on for Mr. Felix, Mr. Magnus, I'd like to invite you to give us your address just before we close out.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Magnus Johnson from Microsoft. It's a pleasure to be on this call with you. Thank you so much for the hard work, for the decision of going for these trainings. I think it's the right decision, and I'm looking forward to see the outcomes of all this learning that you've acquired. It's going to be important for you to play a clear role in the next step, despite the fact that you've got the training, you've got so many great partners, MTN, Microsoft, working with you in landing this training. Is going to be an important step for you now to take the decision on moving forward with this training. So I wish you all the best. We there will be happy of seeing great stories coming out of this. We'll be happy of working with you in the near future around new opportunities, new program that may come up. But we look forward to see how we're going to take these trainings and transform it into a real opportunity for yourself. Thank you so much for MTN, to MTN for inviting Microsoft and joining this adventure with you. We're there and we'll be happy in moving forward this conversation and this partnership. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Magnus Johnson. That was Mr. Magnus Johnson from Microsoft. I think to boycott the network concern from Mr. Felix's end, I would like to please bear with me as I invite the Executive Secretary, MTN Foundation, in person of Oduayo Sonia, to give us the closing remarks. Oduayo, welcome back.
Thank you very much, Biodu. It's been a wonderful time. You know, I've just sat there through the program, and it's almost like my name was, you know, the 200 names that appeared on the screen. There's a popular saying that we always just say all the time. It says, "Be the change that you want to see." And I think that is how we want to close today. We thank our partners. We thank Meta, Google, Microsoft. Thank you so much. You guys, our partners went, you know, over and beyond to ensure that you were equipped. We thank NOTA. We thank the Ministry of Labor and Employment. We thank the chairman of the Senate Committee, in person of Senator Oluremi Tinubu. She's been extremely, you know, always supportive. And we thank every other person that has indeed, you know, graced this occasion. To our participants, I'd like to say, keep in touch. Keep in touch with us. You heard the speech from Magnus, from Meta, from Google. We're all rooting for you. We want to see you, you know, feature in greater things, in transformation that was happening in our country. And I'd like to encourage everyone. I once watched a competition where at the end of the day, the runner-up became more popular than the winner. You understand? So I'm reading through all the comments, and I just want to encourage those who did not see their names in the list. It's just the beginning for you. I think it's a greater challenge for you to take it on to say, I can make something out of this. But thank you so much for bringing yourself every day, for showing up, for going through the self-paced training, the assessments. I must commend you. On this note, I'd like to say thank you again, and we see you virtually again in 2023. Thank you so much and good luck. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Oduayo. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the end of today's program. To sign us off, we shall be playing a short video from, I think, from Microsoft, from Meta, and that will be it for today. On behalf of MTN Foundation, and everybody here, I want to say a big thank you for joining us. My name, once again, is Abiodun Laro, popularly known as B Diesel. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure hosting you all. And I can say goodbye, everybody.
Our training today focused on two areas. One is getting creative with advertising. So how to make creative arts that will engage with audience, arts that will make people take action. My colleague Timothy talked more into branding and the creative side of engaging with audience or making content that will draw your audience in and appreciate your offerings and products and services.
So you probably heard my colleague Chikwende talk about ads, but right now I want to tell you about getting creative and building your brand.
My colleague Timothy, having with question and answer from persons in the audience, asking them how they have been doing things in the past, and then offering them solutions on ways that they could improve, has found a way to discuss branding, discuss creativity, and when it comes to ad. So what we did was to walk them through step by step on how to now create this ad for themselves.
Let's answer all of the questions that you have put out here. So I have the first question from Adakoli Daniel. He says, how can I manage more than one ad?
Throughout the session, even the questions that we're receiving showed that these business owners already knew what they wanted. They wanted to grow their business, they wanted to move forward, they wanted to improve on the things that we're doing already. And sincerely, if we continue the session based on the questions, based on the responses we're getting for business owners, we could spend the whole day talking with these business owners because we could see enthusiasm, we could see excitement, and we could see persons who were very, very looking forward to the value offering today. I love this MTN training because it cuts across different ways that businesses could grow. This is kind of knowledge I'll be looking forward to gain from a company like MTN.
This is an image of the certificate that you all will be receiving. Information will be shared in the Telegram group, so please be on standby. So please be on standby. You shall get more information about your certificate and how it will get to you. Also, the list of the top 200 will be shared in the Telegram group as well. So please make sure you are on standby. Congratulations to everybody who participated in the 5th phase of the MTN Foundation ICT and Business Skills Training 2022. And a special congratulations to our top 200. On behalf of all of us here, goodbye, everybody.
My parents wanted me to be a nurse. When I went for the nursing school, it did not favor me. So due to the high price and they cannot be able to carry it. So I got admission to FUTO and it was agric-economics. My parents didn't like the idea of being an agriculturalist. I tried to convince them that that is what I want to study. Second year IT was in school and we have poultry farm. We had piggery and fishery in school. I started developing this idea because my mom says a provision store, and which every year she used to borrow money to maintain the provision store because there is no much gain on it. I started the poultry business because I have passion for it and I wanted what I can do for myself and be comfortable and do all other things I want to do around. I started with 1 pack, which is 50 on the pack. It was challenging at once because my first time I really experienced mortality. The other one worked for me. I didn't have any mortality at all. And I made sales and even cover up the one that died the first time I started. At first we had 50, so we started 100, as in 200, which is 2 pack. Now you can have up to 7, 8 packs, which is up to 300, 400 bags. For the employees of the business, we have up to 3 people. Then coupled with my parents and siblings, which helps. For the 3 employees, they have division of labors. Some people pack dust because they need to change their dust. So we need to get their feed from the distributors. Then we need to sweep their house, then get some medications for them, and also make sure that they have a ventilated place. The environment is not stuffy, because if it's stuffy, they cannot be able to stay on it. They might die. So we have people that also check on them to know if they are feeding well. So that's what they do. As part of the ICT training I received, I've been able to know how to manage the farm by using some social media to make sales, talk to my customers, and also receive sales. Knows their problem, knows the challenges they have, and also how we can be able to improve on the farm's livestock. So once we post on our social media, we'll get customers, they'll chat us, then we'll give them reply and tell them the location. Either they come to see the farm or we show them the best. So if they like, they come for more. And some like that, they'll keep on telling other farmers or other distributors, they'll come for it. Now that I'm using social media for my sales, it makes me to make more sales, get more customers, not carrying the business to the market again to sell one by one. So I sell in bulk now.